guys, it's Martina and I'm back with a braces, a braces update for you all. Some of you are probably wondering, why I haven't updated about the braces lately, and I have to admit I have kind of been slacking on that, but here is the update for now. Okay, just a quick recap, just for some of you who don't know, I've had braces since like February 8th of 2011, so it's been about 5 months almost, going on here. Basically, I went to my orthodontist on June 13th, which was exactly 2 weeks ago today. And really quickly, I want to let y'all know before you get too far into this video that I'm basically starting off the beginning of the video kind of explaining what's been going on the past few months. But if you skip to the end of this video, I actually have footage from when I was at the doctor, my last visit to the orthodontist. So if you want to see how it all went down, either stay tuned and watch the entire video, or you can just skip to the footage at the end of the video of me actually going to the orthodontist and him doing the work in my mouth. So if you want to see that, stay tuned. He gave me a new wire up top, and he also added some brackets onto my teeth in the back, because this whole time I have not had brackets on my very back teeth back there. So he put those on, gave me a new wire, and after that, I didn't think I was going to feel any pain, because pretty much this whole experience I haven't had, I really haven't had a lot of pain, maybe like a little bit of soreness, but I haven't had like this huge thing that everybody talks about being just like, oh my god, I can't take it kind of painful. Haven't experienced that. But I will admit that after this wire change, I did have a little more pain than I probably had the whole time. Basically, and I think the main reason was because the teeth in the back, since they never had, a bracket on those teeth, they basically had to go through the whole process of like, having a bracket on them. So I think those teeth actually did hurt pretty bad. It was almost like, it wasn't like a horrible, like I didn't take any pain medication for it, but it was really annoying and it was painful. So it kind of reminded me of like what they say about babies when they're teething, like how they want to chew on stuff. It almost made me want to like chew on stuff to kind of, soothe my gums or whatever. But it did that for about 4 days, about 3 or 4 days, and after that it went back to pretty much being normal. As far as any other pain or like, changes going on, over here up top I do have a tooth that I had removed in the very back, and basically there's just, there's a wire, there's a tooth in the very back, and then there's a space from the tooth that got removed, and then there's, more teeth. In that little space, since there's no tooth there, there's just simply wire, and I found that my cheek is sort of, since there's no tooth to kind of hold the, to hold the cheeks away from the wire. Since there's no tooth there, basically my cheeks are kind of being pressed into the wire, and there's nothing to kind of keep it off. So I think now I have like my mouth has definitely changed. It's kind of morphed to, it's molded to it, I guess you would say. So at first it was a little bit irritating to have that, like it kind of hurt actually. But I think over the past couple of weeks my mouth has definitely changed. So I hardly ever even notice it, and my tissue in my cheeks are not, they're basically formed to fit around the wire, if that makes any sense. But anywho, moving right along, oh, another good thing, this whole time, I have always been a gum chewing person. Like I used to just love gum before I got braces. And I was told that when I got braces that I could not chew gum, for the time being. But when I went on my last visit to my orthodontist, he did tell me that I could start back chewing gum again, that it would actually help me with my bites some as well. So he told me I could do gum again, and I started chewing that like the next day. But I did have a little pain associated with that as well, just because the wire on the far right side, it's not too long, but I think the way it was cut, there was like a little bit of a sharp end on it. So my mouth has kind of gotten used to that now. It doesn't bother me anymore. But I also, I don't know, I kind of don't really like to chew gum as much now just because of that. So, alright, moving right along to other changes that have occurred just in the past, few months or so since getting braces and what's going on with me now. Number one would be my open bite. I mean, this thing, y'all got to see this thing. And if you haven't seen the pictures from before, click this video and you can go and see my my last update, and you'll see just from that point. I think that was filmed in May, just how much my teeth had moved, you know, even from, I guess, February to May. It was crazy, and they have moved even more since then. So yeah, this is what my open bite is looking like now. I mean, can you see that? It's like, that's my tooth. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. But anywho, yeah, so my open bite, it's gotten a little bit smaller, obviously. My second most notable change, or whatever, noticeable change, would be my gap. My gap in the front has gotten a lot smaller, which I don't want it to disappear completely, but I did want it to, you know, shrink a little bit. And actually my dad noticed the other day at lunch just how small it was getting. So once again, and it's kind of funny because I used to just kind of, you know, when you have a gap, if you're a gappy, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes just out of boredom you try to stick things in your gap. And now I'm noticing a lot of things that I would play with in my mouth, you know, when you're biting on things or whatever, they don't fit. Like, it's not, they don't go between my gap. Like this bobby pin, which is brand new, by the way, just as an example. I mean, if you look at this, just so you can know the size, it's not even going through. That's crazy. A few months ago, this would have gone through, like 3 of these would have gone through my gap. That's how big it was. But, yeah, it's shrinking like crazy. A few other things I've noticed is my gaps. I did have a few, and I still have them. Like here, and on the other side here, and just a little bit there, basically. They're getting really small too. So I still have a little ways to go as far as like tightening those teeth up, getting them pulled in or whatever. But I mean, they're coming along really well. Y'all, it's crazy. It's just a few other changes that I've noticed would be my speech. My speech has, you know, I didn't really have horrible speech before, and I still don't, but there was a noticeable, and there still is a noticeable lisp. I mean, it's kind of, you know, it's not horrible. It's kind of cool, kind of my thing, but at the same time, I did want to kind of, you know, fix that. So I think closing the open bite with all that extra air going through and closing the gap up zone would definitely help to eliminate that. That, along with learning proper tongue placement, which leads me to my next change that I've noticed so far, and that would be my tongue thrusting habit, which quite honestly, I don't think I had a tongue thrusting habit. Like, I wouldn't just sit there like thrusting my tongue, but I think I had, I think I wasn't really placing my tongue in the right position, basically. I was just resting it up against my teeth, and that was probably helping to push them out some. So I basically trained myself to position my tongue in the proper place, which will be at the roof of your mouth, you know, behind your teeth. So over the past 5 months or so, that's what I've been working on, and I mean, it's amazing. I mean, basically, for the most part, that's where my tongue stays. Every blue moon I'll have a day where my tongue kind of comes down or something, but it won't be extreme. It'll just be like slightly out of place. So and I'll make another video about that where I go more into the whole tongue thrusting thing, just for anyone who cares. And then finally, I'm going to be going back at the end of July, and at that point we're going to add the bottom row. So we're going to be putting brackets and a wire on the bottom, and then go from there. And I think after that visit, I'd probably go back for a new wire, and we might start doing some rubber bands, which, if any of y'all know, when you get the rubber bands, that really closes up spaces. So I'm looking forward to that one a lot. I think that's all I have for now. Basically, I'm going to go ahead and get to the footage of me getting my teeth worked on, because I actually did film my visit when I went. So just in case if any of y'all actually care to see how it all went down, stay tuned, because here comes the video footage of my last visit to the orthodontist. Once again, it took place on June 13th, which was 2 weeks ago. So if you want to see how that all went down, stay tuned, and you can actually see me in the chair and whatnot. Also, if y'all have any requests for anything related to my braces, if you have any kind of tutorials, videos, whatever, frequently asked questions, anything you'd like to know about my journey, feel free to ask me, because I would like to know what y'all want to see. So if you want to see more about my braces, let me know exactly what you're looking for, and I'll do your request for you. Other than that, that is all. Stay tuned and enjoy the footage. Actually,
That move that came out the past week was Super 8.
Is that just like the cleaning it, or?
This is polishing your teeth, making sure all the plaque is off in order for these brackets to stay on good. Your teeth will be super clean.
You want me to record this too?
Yeah.
Or what?
I was trying to get a little explanation.
Don, this time you're not really having colors, okay? You do some different. Okay.
Rinse this off.
You're ready, Jay. Bring your chin up. You can move your nose up. Okay? Is that better?
I forget, what is that?
Switch over.
Good job.
Is that green paste on?
Yeah.
Today we're adding some
Stubbins. I got
Add some more
the stain